How you doing, everyone? This is Crazy Valvet again, and we are today taking another peek at the No Bats story line of Battlefield 2042. And this time we are going a little bit bigger, apparently. In Part 4, the third faction. May 8, 2042, somewhere in the Yellow Sea. Oz takes Need to Know to a whole new level, says McKay, with a theatrical eye roll. We got our destination via telegraph with a fortune cookie's worth of intel. That's not a lot. Then hold onto your butts. Hence why we had been floating aimlessly in the Yellow Sea for 2 days, waiting to hear from on high. Thankfully, there had been a steady stream of news on the wire to keep me focused on something other than losing my lunch. One AUN story in particular would soon interest with this boat in spectacular fashion and shed light on Oz's machinations. At approximately 7:30 a.m., an executive assistant at D-Song Electronics made out with 10 petabytes of internal data from their headquarters in Songdo, South Korea, on a stolen corporate helicopter. The criminal response for the breach, an unassuming Korean woman in her 20s, was suspected in being a foreign intelligence asset, most likely American or Russian. They couldn't have been more wrong. This picture shows you the Songdo Grand Park after the explosive events at D-Song headquarters. Now let's continue the story. South Korea's economy is one of the success stories of the last decade, not just surviving but thriving. However, one company deserved the lion's share on the credit: D-Song Electronics. Before the blackout, almost the entire world had switched to satellite internet after the disaster in 2040 plunged us into the dark ages. This earthbound ISP sprang up from obscurity with a next-gen solution they would develop for undeserved markets. It was called KNet, promising to get the world back online without needing to repopulate the heavens with expensive hardware. By the spring of 2041, D-Song had 60% of all internet traffic running through its veins, which eventually flood into the quantum data center in the heart of Songdo. For the US and Russia intelligence networks, infiltrating that trove of information would provide an overwhelming tactical advantage. What I didn't realize was that there was a third faction interested in D-Song, entrenched in these intel wars. I finish the news and go above deck for some air when I spot something in the distance. A flaming jet black helicopter with the unmistakable D-Song logo emblazoned on its side. Everyone rushes over to the edge of the ship as the chopper crashes when that unassuming Korean woman from the headline floats down across the deck with her parachute. I will come to know her as the specialist Jisoo Bike, the no-bat mole who infiltrated D-Song at Oz's behest. As Casper and Rao usher her below deck, my brain is firing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. After Singapore, I was convinced all no-bats were sympathetic underdogs, making hard choices to help the destitute survive. But here were some infiltrating tech giants, beating the superpowers at their own game. Perhaps the conspiracy theories aren't all fake news. So, part 4. Apparently, in this part shows us that the no-bats are going above and beyond to become more than just people that have no countries, people that are all over the place. They are a country, but with no country. They are a symbol. They're becoming something. They are becoming strong enough to fight superpowers at their own game, as he said. This is quite a good story. I'm just waiting for the 5th part, which will be called Part 5, Pineapple Express. Ooh, this is gonna be something. Continue the journey. Yeah, I will. Oh yeah, I will. This is amazing. This is just amazing, I gotta tell you. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, everyone.